Go.
All right.
And we're back clowning the Cornfield people. I know we said we were going to do another movie, but that shit's not out yet.
Yeah.
IMDb lied to me. And it lied to you. And I'm sorry.
That's another lesson. Never don't believe everything you read.
Yep. And
or see anymore.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Unless you can boop, boop, touch it.
Life.
Then you can believe it.
It's a real horror movie.
If it's not tangible, you can't put it in your butt.
Interesting.
I guess that's
It's
another way
like
of putting it.
can be.
Am I wrong?
Do not insert in mouth or rectum. So
I'm not saying
There you
you
go.
should. I'm saying if it's not, you can't. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. That's fair.
I mean, if you really want to go into like imagine.
Is this eligible?
Well, that's tangible. So yes, you can yes. I can't believe Chris
Holy
somehow in
shit.
2026, like the second time I saw him, invited me to tell him to shove something up his ass.
Basil Rathbone was alive today, he'd star in The Invisible Butt Plug.
And thus the reason
invisible
I
butt
keep
plug.
getting ads for HIV or PrEP.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Soon.
gosh.
Soon.
But how's everybody doing tonight on this lovely Thursday night before this fucking storm comes over the weekend,
I'm all right.
Oh, yeah,
Saturday and Sunday?
real. I can't wait.
Yeah,
You
me-
guys are more in the well, Mick, you're more in the ice zone, aren't you?
Snow and ice. Where
Snow
they're
and
looking at
ice.
12 to 15 inches of snow and 1 to 3 inches of ice.
Virginia's shutting down.
Insane.
They're done. They don't know what to
Yeah,
do in that
Virginia's done.
shit.
You might as well just go up to Schenectady and hang out with them. It's the same shit.
There's a reason I said I don't want to move to Schenectady is because snow and ice storms. Well, there's many reasons I don't want to move to Schenectady.
Bro, I went to go get some bread and milk. Bread aisle was a line to the self-checkout, and there was hardly any bread on the shelf. I was like, what the fuck?
You know what's weird about this shit is every single time there's a storm coming, it's the same shit all the time, and people overbuy, and then the food ends up going bad. And I'm like,
And
yo,
if you look around and you look at the carts, I'm not judging, but I'm judging majority, like 70% of the people you see at these stores with their carts packed, they already got stockpiled from all the fucking food stamps they get.
and
So it
everything
makes no
else.
sense.
Like, yo,
You can
good.
just say white people.
Yep.
No, I didn't say white people. I just anybody who's on food stamps that has a stockpile or a second freezer or a deep freezer and a second fridge. Like,
Yeah,
Doesn't
but when
I
you
gotta buy
say
$100
that,
worth of groceries at a time. Must be nice.
when you say that, we're all thinking of someone we know. And what color are they?
Not down here. Not down here.
You're not looking.
I'm way more outnumbered down here in this spots than I am when I was up there.
Shit.
Sturdy, you cause trouble.
I do. No, I'm just being honest. It gets ridiculous. I'm like, yo, how much fucking tuna fish and toilet paper do you need, Kathy? Fucking
Yeah,
the snowstorm is gonna be. It's gonna snow Sunday and Monday. Everything will be back to normal Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest.
Whoa,
Like, it's ridiculous
if
for
there's
the one
1
thing
to
in front of
3
me has
inches of
charcoal.
ice, it's going to be down for a couple days potentially.
But I mean, at the
Yeah.
same, but what I'm saying though is like when people usually grocery shop. Say if you grocery shop for like a week or two, and you did your grocery shopping, like say you do your grocery shopping on Saturdays, you can still get that same week or two. You don't have to get like the rest of the year. Like you're not gonna be on lockdown for that fucking long. You're not gonna be locked in your house for that fucking long.
There are a lot of us that kind of like hunt and peck as far as like shopping. So, I mean, for me, I'm sure I could find stuff to live on for a few days. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. But, you know, if you live life like that and then you hear that, you get, yeah, people like to get excited about things. So,
It was
you know.
weird though, because magically you should have seen some of the sales. The breads that were usually $4 or $5 were $1.99. Potatoes that are usually $6 a bag were 2 for $4.
Yeah,
Like,
because that was all that was left from 3 weeks ago. And they just shoved them on the shelves.
They have a special closet for these situations. They're like, bring out the old shit.
I wonder how many of
we
the,
were about to send some of that back or throw it out, right? Just put it out.
I wonder how much of the $1.99 breads have mold on them.
Yeah.
And mine
Oh,
tasted
man.
good.
consolation prize, penicillin.
You got lucky.
So.
Chad, what's good, man? How's it going? How's it
Hey,
going? How's
Chad.
it going?
What's up, Chad?
Dude, all I know is fuck ICE coming in like this and causing so much fucking trouble. And I just wish we could completely be done with this and not have to worry about all this bullshit ICE that's coming our way and fucking with things and potentially trying to throw its way. I mean, trying to really make things slick and scary. So fuck that ICE, man. Just seriously.
Watch out for that black ice,
I
too,
agree.
God, abolish ICE, dude. Abolish
30
this
minutes
ICE
away
coming
from
in
me,
here.
there is a detention center being opened.
Wait, what?
There's a detention center for ICE being opened 30 miles away from me in Hagerstown.
Wow.
I can always appreciate when sharing information like that. I can never appreciate when you stamp on my hilarious jokes.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying.
No, you're good, dude. I'm messing
really
with you.
scary. It's truly, it's frightening beyond belief.
French 75? What? Not us, because we're too slow and too old. We're going nowhere.
Oh shit!
I just meant let's pour some ice pellets down. Maybe they'll melt away. It'll be great.
Salt.
Oh, the ice.
Some of these sweaty motherfuckers look like they have too much salt.
Are you talking about that ice smell that almost looks like bullets?
Bullets or pellets?
BBs.
Or bullets?
No, bullets don't look like pellets.
Missiles?
Have you seen a bullet?
Rocks.
I mean,
I've seen
and
many
your other
John Wick
option is a
movies, and none of them
musketball,
have
and I
pellets.
haven't seen many with muskets. So.
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
That would be really surreal. But
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You guys are the clowns right now in the cornfield.
You know, I can live with that. I can live with that today. Clown in a cornfield. Not a bad movie. I will say
not
Oh,
that.
a bad movie. It was entertaining.
Let's kick it off with our ratings. James, what do you got for us?
I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. So it's 7. I'm going to give this one a 7.
Mick?
I really like this one, and rewatching it, I enjoyed it. There's some things I missed in it. It's nothing to write home about. I think I'll give this one a 6.5.
Trevor?
I'm going to have to go with Mick, 6.5. I was pleasantly surprised by the film. After learning that it was an Eli Craig production, he did Zombieland, also Tuck and Dale versus Evil. The good elements of this film really started making sense. And you know, it does. It literally delivers itself as if you, like me, I went in, I saw the poster, and the first thing I thought was Tubi dredge the worst freaking clown exploitation shit ever. And I'm really pleasantly surprised by a very well-written script, legendary like TV and supporting actors, literally supporting a new generation of like TV and small production actors to actually have a legitimate ensemble cast that, well, fucking works well, and a twist that honestly is pretty damn awesome.
I didn't know.
Also,
I didn't know Elon Musk was in this movie.
no. Well, the other really cool thing is it touches upon analog horror, and I think it does a really good job of also touching upon how this almost cultish-esque criminal element have created their own lore in themselves in a like traditional way, but they decide that the next group of people who need to be abolished are creating analog horror. And I liked that in it because there were a lot of times in the film that I was expecting it to go in a cliched way, and it didn't. It didn't at all. So yeah, I give it a really solid 6.5. And I, you know, if you don't have anything to do, this is an hour and a half that you will not regret using.
How about you, gamer?
I'm right there with the last couple guys. 6.5. Decent time. Has a few shortcomings. Nothing too crazy, but by the end of it, I was even chuckling at some of the things.
Mhm.
And by the end of it, I'm not gonna lie, like when the kid's hanging or whatnot and has his little monologue there, his dad, I was kind of like, "You go, boy." You said what you had to say.
Oh, that was. I loved that. The thing is, you knew it was going to happen, and this thing, Eli did a great job of doing it and not having it seem exploitive.
Yeah.
And it was really just adorable. Like, he survived, he saves him finally because of this, intense, epic moment. It's just like, oh, fuck it, all masks down. And that was really sweet, and it wasn't exploitive in my mind. And that's why, that's some of the things you can say about, one of the great things about Tuck and Dale. It's unexpected, it's not offensive. And Zombieland, the same thing. It's not offensive, but it's funny as hell. And so Eli Craig is a damn good filmmaker. And yeah, this is solid.
I'd argue that other one we were talking about earlier, Little Evil.
I haven't seen that one, so I don't want to.
No, but I think because you like these and because they are like pleasant to watch, a pleasant experience in horror. Like, I think you will. Like, I think like if this is the theme that you're feeling from it, like I can tell you, like I would call that a 6.5 too. Like, that is a good, solid movie that I think horror fans will really enjoy. And
cinephile brain rot, as I like to call it.
I don't honestly.
I mean, I love it. It's great.
If you want to be completely honest, just to kind of compare this movie to another Cornfield, I think this is better than a Children of the Corn movie.
Oh yeah, I do too.
But a lot of people hold that up to like this esteem because of Stephen King. But like I never really understood it. I was like, it's fun, it's fine, it's got some creepiness to it, and I like the characters. It's not the book or the story, and it's not going to. And this movie like brings more movie to it. I'm not going to defend this like it's the greatest movie ever, but in horror movies, especially within the last 5 years since COVID, we are starting to see it get better and better, but it has been some largely missteps, in my opinion. There's some gold too, but largely missteps.
Yeah.
And this one at a 6.5 for me is like, this is a solid movie. Like, I mean, I can think of beloved horror movies by all of us that are way worse than this movie. Yeah. So I mean, I don't think it's just easily digestible. I think he puts together really well-crafted horror comedies. And my only thing with him is these comedies, like if they were directed by Edgar Wright, you'd be like, these are phenomenal.
Yeah.
But he's just not on that level. So like these are just solid, above average solid movies in my opinion.
I gave this one a 7. This is my second time watching. I actually like it better this time than I did the first time I watched it. I watched it last year in theaters, and I agree with everything you guys are saying. It's a solid movie. It's a fun watch. It's very, very, very digestible. And honestly, I'm hoping they make because there's, as we were talking earlier, I think pre-show, there's novels. There's 3 novels of it, and I would love to see them do 2 more movies based off those novels.
Yeah, he's not gonna read them. Come on.
Well, no, actually, I did download them on my Spotify, so I'm not going to read them. I'm going to listen to them. You're right. But the author was actually working with the people that made this film. I don't remember.
I can't think of his name. I can look it up though.
But yeah, it was because I was reading that earlier, and he was in close connection as they were doing this film. So I'm like, if that's how they're going to do it, do the next 2 and keep it that same.
Adam Cesare.
Wait, so there's going to be 2 more of these?
I hope so.
There could be.
2 more
This
books.
was an indie movie. It did well at South by Southwest though, and usually it was $1 million budget, made $13 million. That's a win.
That's not bad at all.
That's amazing.
That's
Well,
a
there's
nice
something else about this film that I really liked, and I usually, you see it in so many movies and everything, and it's not really that believable. But Katie Douglas played. I mean, my daughter's 16. she plays that age great.
Hmm.
How old is
She
she?
was
Oh, she's
she was
27.
a standout actor in the film, and that's the thing that you've got. Okay, so the doctor is Aaron Abrams, and Aaron Abrams has been on like every freaking television show ever. Like you probably see him on CSI, and then Arthur Hill is played by Kevin Durand, who's been in 130 films. Yeah, so you've got these two like legends, hardcore actors. This is what they do for a living. So Eli brings them in, gets these promising young actors, and I bet that's how it worked. And because that's one thing that I can say I loved most about the film is I thought the chemistry was good.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So you want finding out what the killers in this movie? I guessed it right in the beginning from the help of it.
I do
So
want to
they
just
start-
say before we get to
start-
any more
they start-
spoilers, I
Yep.
know this is a spoiler show, but remember, like, this is last year's movie. Guys, we're probably going to get into spoiler territory. So if you haven't seen it, you don't want to know, you probably don't want to stay for this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to give the disclaimer while we're here.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, listen, Horror Research 30 has been going on for 8 years, and if you don't know it's a spoiler show, if you've been here for the whole 8-year ride, come on, guys, pay attention. Pay attention.
Fit and fair, but you're always going to have new people coming to watch.
I was getting to that. If you're new, this is a spoiler show. This is a spoiler show. The only way we won't spoil is the few times where I may get something from like an indie, they'll send me something like, hey, you could talk about it, but please don't. That's the only time I'm not going to spoil it. Other than that, I'm spoiling it. Just to let you guys know.
Oh, that's why I do. If it's older than 3 years, don't ask me. It's your fault. You do it.
But go ahead, James. What were you saying about it?
Well, I was saying about because I watched it, Welcome to Derry recently, and you know how the town acts in that. Soon as I see what all these older people had, like every one of them was like a little off. I was like, I know. Okay, I got it. It's the town. I was like, I got it.
I like that connection that you made with that because that is very freaking true. Like,
it clicks right automatically.
Like rewatching.
I didn't know it was the whole town.
Rewatching it, chapter 1, you see a lot of it. You see a lot of certain things that you may have missed just like watching it the first time. Like watching it again, you see a lot of things where people are just kind of looking the other way, the red balloons and all that shit in random spots. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I like what they're doing there, which we will be talking about it, chapter 1 and 2 this Saturday on Popcorn and Pints, 9 o'clock Eastern time. So you guys should definitely tune in for that.
You know my pet peeve? I don't count it as towards my score because a lot of movies have this. But I love when the new kid transfer student is in town. For one, she makes friends. Like she says to the father, he goes, "Oh, I hope you make." Nope, no, I don't have friends. And she makes friends in 2 fucking seconds. A whole fucking group of troublemaking kids for YouTube because she's rebelling now because the father.
Oh no!
But anyways,
first off, as a filmmaker and a child filmmaker with his own camera running around with his friends, I want to point out these were not mere YouTubers making these. They were making horror films. These were filmmakers. And I had a deep appreciation for how they were doing things, and I loved this.
It was good. It was creative.
And let me tell you something, James. Just like us, filmmakers will let you in, buddy. We're not going to let you be by yourself. We need somebody on the fucking booth.
As a person who would run around at even younger than the age of these people in the film. I don't want to say kids. I don't want to seem old. Who made half-ass mafia films. Yeah, that's why the analog horror thing was like the first thing for me, because it is such a new voice in horror, but also how to mix horror, cinema, and multimedia. So yeah, I mean, if somebody would be new and gives off like this air of geek among geeks, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what happened with my daughter. I mean, she's like the upper level band just like we want you to have, this.
Nice.
So, it's in high school, talent can actually be seen by other people. So,
You know what part had me laughing? And I feel like if you have a teenager in your house, you could relate. Is when the father goes upstairs, not even saying your kid's sneaking out, but just teenagers being teenagers. He slammed the door. He's like, fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God, yes, man. Yes. But it was kind of I don't know why I say funny, but it was kind of quick how quick she was cool with these kids. I'm not saying that that's impossible because kids can do this, but it was like really quick. And like within the same day that she meets them, she's partying, she's drinking with them, she's making out with the one dude, and the next day she's trying to smash. I'm like, yo, this is fast as shit. This is fast as shit. I know it happens, but god damn.
You gotta remember, she was a junior in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I mean, she's coming from a city. I mean, not to say anything else, but she probably was a person who was living a little faster than they were in this town.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course,
especially with everything that happened with her mom, her mother, and everything, which probably was a long thing coming. So,
I mean, I get it too. At the same time, the rebellious teen, you get forced to move somewhere where you don't want to move. You just lost one of your parents, and then you finally kind of find a little click, and it goes.
Oh, and by the way, all these movies.
I don't think she was being rebellious at all.
No,
you gotta
as far as don't hang out with those people, then you're curious.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing you're gonna do. As soon as your parents say, "I don't want you hanging out with this group of kids," okay, mom. As soon as she leaves, where are you going?
Well, up until that point, she had 2 examples of people in the town, right? The homeboy that showed up on her door out of fucking nowhere, and then the other kids that she just interacted with in the class. You know what I mean?
Can we talk about that really quick though? Because I'm telling you right now, if this random kid just knocks on my door, there's no way in hell that walk my daughter to school.
Hey,
who the fuck is this dude?
Well, that part, yeah, but I'm saying it was a polite thing to do. I was like, what the fuck? Why was he stalking her already? But he was just introducing himself, and he just warned her. He said, "Hey, stay away from. There's some kids are weird. Stay away from them."
I mean, I'd argue with all of your logic on how they handled this movie, especially after the fact we spent the wheel on fucking 80s movies starring the Brat Pack, and how ludicrous every interaction that every single one of them has with anybody is at any time.
Well, everybody on that movie, including the writers and directors, were on cocaine, so we understand why that went the way it did.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
That was a bunch of drugs. Let's do a movie. Let's race some.
That's what these kids were doing. That's when the NLS were great.
Oh man.
But another thing in the movies that's made me laugh, because it happens in a lot of movies. So it's a movie about. So they made it seem like these kids are fucking making videos for years. Soon as the transfer student comes, everybody dies. The murders start happening. Like, the fuck? You just brought bad luck to the town.
Just before that, the fucking factory, which everybody worked at, burnt down. So now economic crisis. And then on top of it, then the brother's sister dies. That then makes the dad, who's already in financial hardship and turmoil, make choices and all this. I will say, it's been a while since I actually watched a slasher movie where there's a reason. I'm not saying it's justifiable. I'm just saying there was a reason.
That's true.
It's been a while. Everything else is usually just cuz.
Even though he's the one that burnt the factory down.
Yeah, but he didn't. Right. The father.
And by the way, doesn't he look like Elon Musk?
Yes.
Or at least act like him. I thought
we got it the first time. We knew who you meant.
Oh, okay.
I could see the resemblance. I could see the resemblance with him. I was like, yeah.
And his son looked like Sean from fucking Boy Meets World.
I'm surprised he didn't do this throughout the whole fucking movie, flicking his fucking hair and wearing a leather jacket.
You got parents. I don't. It was like that was every episode of the show.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
What's good, Jason?
What up?
But what was I gonna say? What were some of your guys' favorite kills?
So I liked when the boar came down and smashed the head against the barn door, the wall. I thought that was pretty cool.
The dude that worked in the shop.
Yeah, I was like, yo.
The cattle pry towards the end on the sheriff.
Down the throat. Funny. Yeah, that was funny.
I was slightly confused that when she punches it, when she's driving the Volkswagen Beetle and she punches it, I was confused as to what the fuck happened. I was like, this nigga just exploded into blood on the fucking windshield. Yeah, my girl was like, no, he had the saw. And when she hit him, it came down, split him in half, and that's what I was like, yo, you caught that?
Yeah, I did catch that. I just thought he exploded and disappeared.
So did I. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
There was no body parts or anything. It was just blood.
It became goo.
There was one.
I know a Volkswagen Beetle isn't hitting 88 miles an hour.
Clearly,
you could stretch that and say it's a homage to RoboCop.
I like the It was more of a funny kill to me when
Well, they step out and there is a branded little bug Jeep for everything. I mean, which I thought was really cute when it gets to the point where they're gay, and it just literally tells you if you're not laughing your ass off, you don't get it. Yeah.
I thought it was cute and funny
because the car like that being there, that truly makes no sense.
Yeah. I love the callback to the whole stick shift thing. First with the father, and then when he buys her the car, and then she goes to get away when the kids are getting chased. Fuck! When your dad wants to teach you how to drive stick, you say yes.
Let him teach. Let him teach. Yep, she learned her lesson. Yep. She learned her lesson with that shit. But when
and then they thinking it's all good. Oh, no, honey, calm down. The dad takes a moment to give the teaching opportunity right before she commits murder with vehicular manslaughter.
No, she becomes a badass.
She has to though. She freaking has to.
She said, "I'm sorry" when she because the guy was going to attack her. And she needed that fucking hay fork thing, whatever the hell the thing.
The pitchfork.
Oh, bro,
that's the scene.
That was actually a really funny scene.
And he goes, "Me too."
Yeah, that scene right there was. She gets stabbed up into the light, gets electrocuted, dropped down to the ground.
Yeah,
they both say I was like, yeah, that scene right there was good. It was funny. It was kind of a cool kill too.
It was good kill.
But it was funny. It was funny, and then, oh man, this
had a little bit of everything. They had chainsaws in this shit. They had fucking pipes. They had cattle progs. There's like fucking like the whole town. It was like 50 fucking clowns. It was like it was like raid. They said they got to fight for life to get out of there.
They had a fucking explosion.
They had an explosion. Rusty fucking blew up a fucking tractor,
which was pretty cool. The whole barn blows up. The clowns fly out.
They just look at each other and go.
They just say, "Oh,"
and they start running. And it's like boom.
Like, did we just do that?
Yeah, very.
We got to go back and save them.
Yeah,
it was. This movie did exactly what it was supposed to do, and I feel, as we all have said, it was better than I thought it was going to be. And again, I like it more than I did the first time I seen it. Quite a bit more, honestly.
I should have known it's from Shudder. Shudder is pretty good.
I'm going to argue, not really argue, but like maybe elaborate. What am I trying to say? I think I'm going to add to what you're saying. This movie isn't it's what it promised to be. You know, like it just says clown in a cornfield. We all went to go see it because it was a clown in a fucking cornfield. And that's all we were sold on. And I'm sure people went to go see it because of the books, but I'm saying we all saw it because it just says clown in a cornfield. And it fucking delivers.
No, I agree. I agree with that. But I remember walking out the theater a little disappointed when I went to go see it. I was just like my wife enjoyed it more than I did when we left the theater. And I'm just like, I was like, it wasn't bad, but it was just something. But then again, coming back and watching it again, I got a whole another feel for it.
Maybe you're just having a bad day.
More schmegma.
When the movie first started and the credit scenes rolled down and you got the whole fucking scene going on or whatever, I literally walked away from the TV going, fucking clown in a cornfield. They're literally funding anything.
Now you like it.
And and then 20 minutes later, I was like, And I was
I
like, hey,
think
babe,
this-
just to forewarn you, it's a horror movie and there's clown in it.
Yeah, I just got so I sold on just the word clown porn.
Well, one thing, the sad thing is, unless I had to watch it, the fact that it said clown, cornfield, it looked like it was, I mean, the poster is AI generated. I would never have watched this. So thank you for putting it on the wheel, because it was an hour and a half that I thoroughly enjoyed of my life.
And honestly, I think more horror fans need to embrace movies like this, these indie movies that are very mid-level, sort of look studio produced. And they are actually, more studios are looking to make more in the $1 million budget range. Because they see there's a vast amount of indie filmmakers out there making movies and have their own properties. But like something like this, it kind of and the horror community can irk me in that way, because like it wasn't accepted. We're always hearing about how horror is just not like, we have like sinners, but we have weapons. But then it's like, usually people are just down on horror. They're looking for something to be enraged about or something annoyed about and just a bitch about, because it's not from the fucking 80s, whatever. Arguably the worst decade for movies ever, in my opinion. But I didn't say the worst movies, just the worst decade for movies, with all spectacle, pomp, and circumstance. But something like this coming out, and the fact that we have so much of the horror community not supporting this, especially since it's based on horror books, so you have a horror property there. It's a horror independent film that is giving good actors a chance to shine in it. This is literally what built the 80s. Stop worrying about weapons. Stop worrying, and like, go see them, support them. Nothing wrong with that. But you should, if you're horror fans, you need to be out there every week when this shit comes out.
If I had picked this up at a rental store, I would have like automatically called somebody and said, hey, you got to see this.
Yeah,
one of my handful of friends. Yeah, so I mean, that was another thing that was really, really cool about this film, is it felt fresh.
Yeah, with the change of streaming and all that stuff, without the digital media, we can actually get a round 2 of that whole era where once VHS came out in mass production and all that and shit, people were just buying licenses and just putting them on tapes and getting them out to market.
But there's
we
something
can do
about
that now with better quality stuff, because we're also 30 years ahead now. You know what I mean?
What I'm going with it is, like, we literally went and we saw, oh, this cover looks interesting. Like, even back then, we would have seen a cover like that and going, oh, this is probably a piece of shit. Do we like
that's
but that's what we're going to end up getting, Nick,
with
with all of them depicting the smaller dollar projects and stuff like that. It's kind of almost the same thing, like when the mass production of VHS, they were literally just putting whatever they could on VHS and just pumping the market.
I'm going to argue and push back a little bit on that, Trevor, because like the fans knew what to go see. Yes, we would go to the video store and pick out based on this.
Yeah,
but we had a working knowledge. Well, no, I meant through the idea of that's how we found those gems and such.
Gotcha.
You know as well as I do, Trevor, from back in the 80s, 90s, we had our finger to the pulse if you were a movie fan.
Oh yeah.
And you were able to figure out with the things that are really going, what to look for in a video store. Like Layman's,
Fangoria was a Bible, Famous Monsters was a Bible, etc., etc. Now, what I was saying about this was this film gave me the feeling of going to a video store, picking something up random because there was nothing else there in the horror section, getting home and getting to the end of it and going, well, shit, that was so good.
If this came out in the 80s, if this movie came out in the 80s, it would have been, we would be talking about it when this.
Oh yeah.
Like people would be like, this would be talking about like Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Yep.
Not because it did anything to blow everybody away, but neither did those movies. They were just new for that moment, and it worked. And this would have been one that really, even before it like had it come out, like it was going to blow people away because the concept is very fresh. I got to give it to the writer of these books.
Yeah.
I think it came out at the right time too, especially with like Welcome to Derry coming out this year or the end of last year or whatever. But kind of coming out around that time where it's getting people more into the horror clown stuff, and you see this, and then.
Well, the thing is, everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of fucking Terrifier, Art the Clown. So now there's more, and Pennywise, it's like flooding. Now everybody's like, I can do a clown movie. Well, there's so many clown movies.
There's a lot of
mad people's biggest fears. That's the only reason why it's even a thing.
It is a big phobia. Like, there is a lot of clown movies.
Makes fun of clown movies.
There is a lot of
Wayne Casey.
Not all of them are that. Not all of them are that great. Not all of them are even as decent as this one is. So a lot of them are just fucking.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Well, I mean, this is it's the filmmaker. Go back to Tuck and Dale. This is a movie that is making fun of clown movies.
I even love the clown.
It does self-referential so much better because it's not just making fun of the clown movie; it's actually making it good.
Yeah,
yeah.
But this,
so
to add to that too, this being an independent film, and for $1 million budget. And comparing it to Zombieland, which big time production.
Yep.
Tucker and Dale, which was also more indie based. Like it had backing, but it was more indie based. And goddamn, that movie is cinematic as hell. Like he shot the shit out of the movie. Zombieland, he shot the shit out of that movie. Little Devils, Netflix's money, shot the shit out of that movie. This movie, to your point, Chris, you said earlier, is like almost like a step down in the way it looks, and that's why I want to give it so much credit for it still fucking works and it looks good. Like he's not working with the equipment he had from Zombies.
For him, this is a very claustrophobic film.
Yeah, he's got big scope, and this works. And again, I don't want to praise it. I give it a 6.5, but I do think it's a good horror film. That, I'm going to bump it up to a 7.
There you go.
I'm going to do the same, actually.
There we go.
I think this is a solid film that deserves to be remembered in the horror community.
Yep.
It does. And it's something that, I don't know how often I would watch it. If they do make a sequel or sequels, I like to watch, 1, 2, 3, so I watch them back to back to back. But it's something that's worth at least, for me, I'll say, because I watched it twice, at least a 2-time watch. I'll say it's worth at least a 2-time watch because I feel like it is that good. And maybe one of those things to where if you're someone who hangs out, if you do watch parties or have people come over and hang out, you should check this movie out. I'll watch it with you, type of deal, because it's worth that at the very least.
Agreed.
It's no sadness, it's no sinners, but it's a different type of film.
Oh,
and I feel like it's an important horror film though too, because I feel like this movie here is more of like I'm trying to think of the right word, like a wide base of audience would watch this and kind of understand it and have a good time with it versus those other two films. I know Sinners was an excellent movie, and then I know The Sadness, we enjoyed it, but it's gory, it's wild, it's crazy. Sinners, you really have to sit down and pay attention to. This one, you can sit down and just have a good time, have some popcorn, crack some jokes, and really still enjoy this movie.
Honestly, like Sinners to me, and I was having this discussion earlier with a friend through text. It's, congratulations, first of all, 16 fucking nominations.
Hell yeah.
And fuck the Academy, because I know it's going to win probably best original fucking screenplay and best song, where it deserves way more. Michael B. Jordan.
Listen. Stop giving out participation trophies to the whites. Give them to people who deserve it.
Hey, listen. The whites, they tend to blow you out of the water. No, I'm just kidding. No,
historically, yeah.
Oh, I feel like I set that one up. That was like a lob.
You did.
I was like,
I waited. I let it simmer for a second.
Knock this one out of the park for me.
We're good, Freddie. How's it going, Freddie?
Hey, Freddie. Honestly, to get back to my point, because now I'm laughing at that joke.
Sorry.
No, that's too good. No, but Michael B. Jordan deserves best actor for the year. I mean, I don't know how that's a debate when you play two fucking characters who interact with each other, and it's not through a fucking mirror. Anyway, my rant's over on that. Last year was that's certainly a masterpiece in my opinion, Sinners. And it makes you think, like, to your point, Sturdy, like, this is an important movie to watch, and we think about Sinners. How often, and let's be real, and Trevor, I know you're going to have like 70 movies to say, but there's really only 10. How many masterpiece horror films are there? Exorcist, Psycho, Jaws,
Eyes Without a Face,
I
Diabolic.
would disagree with both of those.
Eyes Without a Face.
Yeah, I think it's up there. I think it's a
Really?
highly rated horror movie, and it's a great horror movie. Don't get me wrong.
Hmm.
But I'm talking about these masterpieces that will go down in history. The Night of the Hunter.
Yes,
Another one.
I would agree with that. Onibaba.
Sony. I disagree. But it doesn't mean they're not amazing films and they're not up there. But I'm talking, and I'm not even talking about from personal, like this. I'm not saying these are all my favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like Silence of the Lambs. Objectively, these are, and I'm really only focusing on America right now.
Okay, well that's not.
You never focus on America. Calm down. No, I love it. No, I would love to have a conversation about foreign horror and those masterpieces.
George Romero's Martin is a true masterpiece.
I widely disagree with that. Now, I will say Night of the Living Dead, but I widely disagree with Martin. I think it's a very fun horror movie. It's a good horror movie. It has a lot of important themes to it. I disagree, but I also say, like, Martin. I know Martin. Everybody else raise your hand who knows Martin.
I know Martin Lawrence. Martin.
Exactly.
Who knows Silence of the Lambs? Who knows Psycho? Like, and again, I'm not arguing that these movies are better than the movies that you're naming or this, that, the other thing, or whether you like. But objectively speaking, in the terms of the film industry, Hollywood, and the remembrance of film legacy, there are a handful of horror masterpieces. Everything else fits right into horror where it should be. Horror is a genre that is too big to have all of the masterpieces in the world at the top. Like, they try to push that with dramas and shit. Look at The English Patient. It's considered one of the greatest dramas of all time. That movie is bullshit.
Hang on. Who said that though?
The Academy.
The industry itself.
Fuck the Academy and fuck the industry. You guys are fucking wrong. You guys didn't even watch that movie. What happened was somebody paid you. You got your dick sucked. Oh, this is a great movie. That movie fucking sucks.
Yeah,
it's
boring.
terrible.
Fucking boring.
So like, but with the masterpiece side of it, like, I would put Sinners up there with that.
Oh yeah.
And that's what's going to go down as being remembered. And they're the ones that really are nominated, not just the Academy. We talk about just the Academy, but all the award shows. They're the ones that are always going to be pumped out. And the thing I love about horror that is up there is they're all good. I brought up The English Patient with dramas. Fucking dog shit. I hate Driving Miss Daisy. I fucking hate Driving Miss Daisy. Yeah. And the fact that it won and Do the Right Thing wasn't even fucking nominated. Whatever. That's an old argument. But
yeah,
I hate that movie. And that's considered one of the greatest dramas of all time. You cannot do that with horror. You cannot. Horror fans can be assholes and just be like, wow, this is the greatest fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 5. Like, come on. Like, you're fucking retarded. Like, shut up. Like, I'm sorry, but it is. That's what I hear all day long. You need to check this out because everybody's chasing the next thing. And by the way, that word no longer means mentally challenged or anything. It means MAGA. So I just that's what that word is for now. It's a representation of them. So regardless, I don't know, cancel me. I don't give a shit. However you're looking at it, name a bad horror movie that's held up high. In top lists and anything else that's truly a bad horror. Oh, Alien, of course, is probably one of the top masterpieces in horror. I just want to try to put that out.
But it's also more sci-fi if you really want to cut.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I again widely disagree with that. I would say that about the sequels. That first movie is very science fiction based. Do not get me wrong, but it is way more Halloween than it is Star Trek. Yeah. And the horror is
a slasher in its own way. Yeah,
I mean, you can then you can say house slasher, or you can say camp slasher. I think you split hairs when you put something on it. Just because it's in science fiction realm doesn't mean it is fitting the science fiction tropes. It fits more horror tropes than it fits science fiction. And again, I'm not arguing that's not science fiction, but I would argue that it's more of a masterpiece of horror than it is just a masterpiece of science fiction.
I see what you're saying with that.
So that is it. I'm just arguing for the horror side of it, not that you're wrong or that it's not science fiction. In no way, shape, or form. I'm just arguing for we remember Alien, not for science fiction, but we remember Aliens, and it ain't for horror. So, somebody wake kicks the fuck up.
Oh man. Oh man.
Alien is a slasher.
Kind of.
It is, yes.
Well,
Honestly, I would say
if you
Alien.
There's
if you're
Alien
looking
is-
at the idea of the kill chart, like how many people you're going to kill, that if you say the xenomorph happens to be the equivalent of Michael Myers.
I think that's the wrong direction to take. This isn't a slasher. This is Norman Bates. This is your perverted creep hiding in the fucking shadows, watching you as you're showering and then coming out and killing you. And you have no idea what the fuck's going on. It's more Norman Bates than it is. Well, it's close to Michael Myers because he's based on Norman Bates. But like, I would say it's more in tune with a Psycho in terms of its story than it is a Halloween. If you disagree, please tell me. I'd love to have the argument.
I think it's just nature. He's a creature from another planet. They have an agenda for survival, and they just.
What you're sharing is the fact that Ridley Scott was at basically his prime at that time, and he was and still is to an extent one of our smartest filmmakers, and also always has done a very good job of mixing genres into creating something that is distinctly Ridley Scott. So yeah, it is Alien is a masterpiece of horror and science fiction. I agree with you, Mick, that we remember it most for the shocks, because the shocks in that film are some of the best jump shocks in any film ever.
Well, okay, but let me ask you this, and in terms of comparing this to horror versus sci-fi, and just discussing that a little bit more because I'm thinking about it. Like, to me, Jaws is more of a horror sci-fi movie than this. This isn't scientists trying to figure out a problem. This is everyday workers, blue-collar workers, having to figure out an extraordinary problem in a place least expected. Whereas, like Jaws, you got more marine biology than you did anything that had to do with space, other than the spaceships. You know what I mean?
The animal attack films have always been on the fringe of science fiction.
No, but you wouldn't argue that it's a science fiction movie, is what I'm saying. So I think, and to Chris's point, I think arguing that and saying it's an alien creature completely dissolves the nuance and subtext that this movie holds. And it's a note. That's why these movies are masterpieces, is not just that their stories are great, not just that their plot points hit, but that there is so much nuance and subtext and just context that you get over and over again watching that you didn't see before. Like, that's what makes these masterpieces special, on top of the brilliant technical aspects. But and I think that's, to me, why these types of movies stand out and do get nominated. It's almost like they can't not nominate it. They can keep not letting horror movies win because they love that shit, but they can't not nominate it. Also, I'd put Get Out in the masterpiece section too.
Get Out?
Yeah.
And if you want more alien talk, we will be doing Alien versus Predator some point. So look towards the future.
I think the original Hellraiser is a masterpiece.
I wouldn't argue that. It's funny you mentioned that. I would not argue it.
Wow.
I would not argue,
because it is truly the vision of an auteur.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
That's
it.
interesting. That's
but
an
I
interesting
would
one.
This is the thing. I wouldn't like even the early part of slashers, like Friday the 13th, and I honestly don't. I didn't really. Okay, I'm going to say something controversial. I really don't care for the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and I really don't care for the first Friday the 13th. I think they kind of drag and are boring.
Sturdy's about to go crazy.
No, he has a right.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess I just look at horror a little bit differently, and everybody does.
Oh yeah.
But that's
but
when I
Alien, that was like.
But that's what I mean. Like, I love Friday the 13th. I love a Nightmare on Elm Street. I would argue that the script for Nightmare on Elm Street is fucking brilliant.
Oh, it is.
That's a whole different argument. You know, the masterpiece side of that is you know, I'm talking about writing now.
Yeah.
Movie wise, like, I love those movies, and I do think that they are pillars of the horror genre because of the time that they came out. And the influence that they had on the horror genre, and still do. Vecna's basically Freddy Krueger, you know.
Exactly.
So when I watch so like those movies, and I think that's why it's so important not to argue what's number one, what's better, this or that. Not to argue that. I hate that shit. That's rage shit. That's how you get into competitions, and they do that shit all over YouTube. To me, it's like we have to recognize the levels of movies that exist and have always existed, because when we don't recognize them, they disappear. And those are very important stepping stones for filmmakers. You can stay in one space your whole life. You know, you can even downgrade. We've seen Spike Lee. You know, like, you can even downgrade, and I love Spike Lee, so don't get me wrong, but
Uh-oh.
I think he froze.
He glitched.
Or he froze, or he's having a stroke.
He glitched.
We glitched. He's off. Okay, you guys caught us. There's no such thing as a Mick. He's an AI.
Just a program.
It's just a program. It froze. My bad. I spilled soda on it. My bad.
I spilled soda on it. My bad. Oh shit.
There he goes.
There he is.
Nope.
How many of you said thank God?
Peekaboo.
How many of you said thank God?
I said you are AI.
So there's no such thing as Mickey's AI.
There's no such thing as AI.
Oh, you guys didn't go away. I heard everything you were saying, and then all I heard was, I froze again, and I'm like, fuck. I'll shut up now, but like, I do think it's important, like, to have those levels, because we see it all throughout. It is a business, and having that business keeps people being able to make movies, have these influx. And that's, like, in my opinion, the only good thing about the 80s. It really kind of set those bars. It was there before, but it opened it up because more directors had a chance to build themselves up and stuff like that. So yeah, I love it. Like, I love, so I think it's important to have those in all movies.
Oh, I agree.
And appreciate the filmmakers who are doing them.
Oh, what are we going to get next week, fellow?
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to take the next week off. I got to give Trevor a break.
Uh-huh.
I'm here. I am. I know what I am.
Tall? Old?
I'm a tall pain in the ass.
A tall pain in the ass.
True story.
Oh, man.
Are we going?
I'm proud of it. I know what I am, though.
We got some new movies on here. Dust Bunny, nice.
They're all
2025.
Well, newer.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't see
Oh, I
this
told
yet.
you guys about this shit.
Yo, I'm gonna argue this right now. This was nominated, but I think this is a bullshit one. I don't think this is a masterpiece.
Oh, I didn't say nothing.
I never
have
seen
been
it.
dragging my ass on this one too.
Me too.
It's good.
Thank
It's a
you.
good movie. The gore is fucking excellent.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard that it holds up as a body horror film very well, but then I've also heard people like, you know, Second Coming level Cronenberg.
No.
Yeah. So
Like, I like Demi Moore. Like, I feel like Margaret Qualley was really good in it. Demi Moore's fine, but they charged her up, and like, I'm like, why isn't Margaret Qualley nominated? But she is. You know, and they're playing the same person, and she did it better. I like Demi Moore. She's fine when she shows up, and I realized that they nominated her because they owed her after St. Elmo's Fire. But you know,
Oh my God.
but let me
take
tell
that.
you, she's not an Oscar caliber actor.
No.
in my opinion. So
I've been wanting to see this movie though.
Me too.
I've been really wanting to see this movie. It's been when did it came out? This one came out in 24, I believe. But it was one of those ones that
early
people
2025.
or early 25.
or early. It was either 20 end of 24 or early 25. Either way, I heard people talking about it a lot, and I'm like,
What up,
damn,
Trip?
It's supposed to be. So I'm very excited because it's one of those movies that I've been putting off, not because I don't want to see it, but I also, you hear so much about it, it's just
takes you out of it.
Yeah, you just, so that's why I like seeing Sinners the other week was so awesome. Not that I thought, it wasn't going to be a great film, but it delivered so much more than I had already heard about it, which is, in the, we get to Mick and I's age and we've heard so much hype around films. It's very easy to, hype can kind of push you away a little bit.
I like how
the substance is
man, he's only a year older than me.
We're old.
Yeah, we're.
You've got to realize that now, James. We're in our 40s. We're the people we looked up to. And they're old.
I'm laughing because he left me out. He didn't say
we have gray in our beards. Welcome to it, Sturdy.
Who said 40. That's gray?
Oh, that's right. Well,
that could be some special sauce on a weekend. Yeah.
Less than 2 months, and then I'm in your club, Mick.
Hear that, Mick?
Yeah, hit like for me. Whoever's watching.
Listen.
Trip.
Don't do it. Get out of.
Don't do it.
Whatever they accept.
Or the show.
You don't want to be here.
It was good. Trip.
You don't want to be here melting.
You watch us, and you get
body horror is objectively my least favorite horror subgenre. And
really.
Yeah,
I think it's wild.
Oh, it's fine. I don't hate it or anything, but I just it's not the type of horror that attracts me.
You've seen this already, right, Mick?
I've seen the what?
The Substance already?
Oh yeah, I saw it last year.
Oh yeah. It's not that big of a body horror. I think it's more of like the psychological.
It does play with the psychological. I really like how they deal with the beautification of things. It is, especially that last act. It's a body horror. I just mean it because I live a body horror.
Is it like Cell?
The one I want to go through.
Is it like Cell with Jennifer Lopez? Like there's body horror, but
more like David Cronenberg. More like something like Rabid or The Brood, things like that.
Okay.
Honestly, I would say the disgusting parts come from all the in your face. They're always eating. They're always doing stuff. It's very. The sounds too are very disgusting. Which works in a body horror film. And again. Effective movie, above average. I don't maybe Demi Moore wins a People's Choice Award. But the Oscars, where are we at here? Come on, guys.
Yeah, we'll see next week, Mick. I'm excited though. I'm excited for it.
Like I said, I always
I hope I like it. I'll say that. I hope I like it at the very least.
Yeah, me too.
But so we're gonna do Substance next week. We did Clown in the Cornfield. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. It is. It is. Ask St. Almost Fire and all those other fucking Breakfast Club type of movies, Brat Pack shits. They're on some shit. They're on some shit. Everybody involved. Can't tell me no different.
I just found out the other day Margaret Qualley is Andy McDowell's daughter.
You didn't know that, Mick?
Really?
I thought everybody knew that.
You didn't fucking know that either. Shut up.
I didn't know shit.
I was more talking to Trevor. He knows who Andy McDowell is.
I know Andy McDowell.
Yep. So believe it or not, Mick,
I didn't know his daughter was an actress. No.
Arguably, and I like Andy McDowell, arguably a better one.
Hey, man, listen. That's a good family. Strong genes.
Oh god.
But people, we're gonna wrap this one up. Make sure you guys go check out Fade Theory, Ambassador Media, Worst Damn Gamer, and the Scene Snobs, and come back here for some more Horror Research 30. And this Saturday, make sure you pop in Popcorn and Pints. You're going on this beautiful, beautiful journey, Stephen King journey, and we're doing It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, aka the better ones.
And then you can
By
spend the
far.
next day snowed in watching them.
Yep.
Oh, they'll be reviewed by then because that's supposed to hit us on
No,
Sunday.
but everybody else who hasn't seen them and watches us, they can.
Yeah, after everybody watches the show, the next day they'll be snowed in. Perfect time to watch both parts together.
I'll tell you what, I know either tomorrow night or Sunday I'll be watching The Thing for sure. I always do during the first snow, but I might just jump on The Shining.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Because that's next month.
There you go.
Shining and Dr. Sleep.
You're right. You are absolutely right, young.
And then The Shining, the remake.
Yep.
You're right.
Fun.
But with that said, people, we're gonna get on out of here. I'll see you in your nightmares. Have a great one.